Directing is sort of an interesting job because what you basically spend your day doing is answering questions. That's what directing is. And having opinions about things you really don't care about but have to have opinion about. So someone will come to you and say, the red one or the blue one? You can't say, I don't know, I don't care. You have to say, the blue one. And without fail, you get to the set, and then you realize the whole set's blue, and you should have picked the red one. And so you're always making the wrong decision anyway. Plus, whatever decision you make, the guy wanted you to make the opposite decision. So, and that's where the silent schmuck comes in. The prop guy says, the red one or the blue one, and you go, the blue one. And they go, the blue one, schmuck. They don't even, or they go, the blue one? No, I'm sorry, they go, which one, the blue one or the red one? You go, the blue one. They go, really? Schmuck. Or the third version of that is when they go the red one or the blue one, and you go the blue one, and they turn to someone and says, the director says the blue one, meaning it's not the decision I would make, but again, schmuck. So yeah, directing is answering millions of questions that you don't really care about, right? And knowing that you're going to be wrong and it's going to cost a lot of money because you were wrong, but having to make it anyway. The really good thing about directing is what I call the cappuccino factor, okay? Because, you know, I thought I was pretty up there when I was a director of photography because I would just sort of stand there in the middle of the night, we're on a night shoot, and some guy would just hand me a cappuccino without me asking, and I'd go, thanks, oh, great, oh, it's, you know, 3 a.m., oh, great, okay? But as a director now, see, you're standing there and you don't get handed a cappuccino, you say, I want a cappuccino now. Okay, so they bring you the cappuccino and you look at it. See, as a DP, as a director, you go, thanks, and you drink it. No, you never just drink a cappuccino as a director. You get it and you look at it and you go, well, there's no foam. This is a latte. This isn't a cappuccino. This is like a latte. Can I get a cappuccino? So then, all right, scramble, scramble, scramble. They bring you the cappuccino and you look at it and you go, you poured the espresso in first and put the foam on afterwards. No. You see, look, you foam it up and then you pour the espresso in at the end so it makes like a heart in the foam. Can someone please get me? So that's sort of the difference between being a DP. So the downside is you have to answer millions of questions. The upside is you can become really a jerk about petty little things. Because, you know, you're the director and you have to have opinions about everything, including your cappuccino.
I got a good story for you with Elmore Leonard. Okay. I was doing some movie out in the middle of somewhere. Maybe it was Hoffa. I'm not sure exactly what I was doing. But I was shooting, I know I was shooting all night long. And it took us a while to get Shorty made. It was a long process of trying to get it made. And, which they all are. Movies take a long time. Well, I come in after a long night of shooting, and there's a talk show on. And it's a guy interviewing a live interview with Elmore Leonard on a local talk show. And he's saying, what the hell's going on with Get Shorty? Why isn't this movie getting made? Right? So I go to the phone and call up. And I get him on the phone. And I say, it's Danny. Right? Danny. I say, yeah, what are you saying? We're trying to get the movie made. I'm like a little whacked because I'm up all night. I said, we're going to get this movie made. You watch. Well, what happened was I was riding my car. It was like, Barry and I worked together he was the director of photography for Throw Mama from the Train. And, he wanted to direct, and I said, well, let's look for something to do. And we were actively looking for material, like what can we do together where I could act in it, he could direct it, and, we turn the tables around a little bit, and it would be fun, we like each other. And I'm riding in my car, and I get a phone call, right? This is years ago. It's like early cell phone days, car phone days. And He says, I'm in an airport. He said, I've just read this book. He said, it's like, this is the one. This is the one we have to do. I know it. I know it for sure. I said, okay, Barry, all right, take it easy. I'll buy the book, right? So he says, yes, buy the book and let me know what you think and blah, blah, blah. I say, okay. I call my lawyer. I say, look, check on the rights to this book, Get Shorty. Guy calls me back in like no time. He says, they're available. I said, buy it. Buy the rights to the book. He says, okay, I'll start making the deal right away. Barry calls me back, right? He says, did you read the book? I said, I bought the book, right? He says, well, what do you think? Should we do it? I said, well, we have to do it because I bought the book. I haven't read it all the way through yet, but I like it, but I bought the book.